So I think the best place to start is to go over what Christianity is and what it isn't. There's a saying that people like to use to describe Christianity. This saying goes something like, it's not a religion, it's a relationship with God. And while this sounds nice, it isn't entirely true. The saying has some merit, yes, but we have to understand what the word religion actually means. If by religion you mean a faith in a deity that demands works and sacrifices from its subjects in order to appease its wrath or to earn its favor, then yes, that's true. It's not a religion, it's a relationship. Because that brings about ideas, that brings about memories of learning about the Mayans and the Incans, the people who would sacrifice, who would kill their children or their women at the tops of pyramids to appease the wrath and to earn the favor of their gods. Christianity is not like that. But this saying has been twisted into essentially being a get-out-of-jail-free card, a license to sin. The Oxford Dictionary defines the word religion as the belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a god or gods. Some see Christianity as nothing more than the faith that follows the teachings of a Jewish carpenter and his disciples 2,000 years ago. But the truth is that this man, Jesus, was not just a man, but was also God. Some of us refer to him as the God-man. Not to make him out to be some kind of superhero, but to keep in mind his nature. I understand it can be hard to wrap your head around, but hear me out. God came down to this earth to be born, to grow up, and to die as one of us, so that he can rise again from the grave and fulfill prophecies that were written about him hundreds of years before he was born, to make a way for us to be able to answer to God directly. He didn't do this because he was feeling lonely and he wanted a relationship with his creation. He didn't do this so that you could live your best life. He did this to set us straight. We, as humans, we are growing more and more immoral and further away from God in faith. So he came down in the form of Jesus from Nazareth to live and die for us, so that we might go to heaven if we put our faith and trust in him. If not, we go to hell for disobeying him. But thus comes the importance of the gospel. In the next video, I like to think of Christianity as the successor to Judaism. Judaism looks forward to the Messiah, whereas Christianity was founded by the Messiah. The Jews of the day didn't see Jesus as the Messiah because they had been taught that he would come as a strong political rival or a warrior against the Romans or the oppressors of the day. And that's who they were looking for. But they were stuck, forever searching for a warring savior. But Jesus, God, never promised a warrior or a political rival. He came to fulfill the prophecies that were told about him more than 500 years before his birth. He came to bring us to God through his sacrifice. He came to do away with the idea of the priest as the only mediator between us and God. He came as our high priest and mediator. He came to give us a way to answer and to pray directly to God. But to truly understand the importance around his coming and his sacrifice, we need to understand the importance and the significance of the gospel and to go back through history.